All right, so at this juncture, we are going to do a review or recap on carbohydrates along with uh, its D and L configurations, even from Fisher to Hayward projection, all the way to group O chair conformations. Right, so let's talk about first on carbohydrates. And we know that carbohydrates, okay, we have here carbohydrates, okay, carbohydrates. Okay, carbohydrates has a general formula. We have general formula, which is CnH2ON, okay, or CH2ON, okay, where this one referring to carbo, okay, or carbon or carbo, okay, then this one referring to hydro or hydrates, okay. So we have two words, carbo and hydrates. Okay, carbo referring to pointing to the carbon atoms, then hydrates referring to the certain molecules of H2O. Okay, now this carbohydrates is also known as the hydrates of carbon. Okay, now this carbohydrates, we these carbohydrates has three functional groups. Okay, we have three functional groups. Okay, which are mainly one, we have the alcoholic uh, hydroxy group, okay, or the hydroxyl group. We also have the ketone group, ketone. Then also the aldehyde group, okay, aldehyde. Okay, so these two, itong dalawa na to, are also known as the carbonyl groups. Okay, carbonyl groups. Yeah. Now, if we are going to look into its classifications, okay, classifications. First, we have the single unit and also have the many single units. We have polymers. Okay, single unit, we have the monosaccharide. Then for polymers, we have disaccharide. We have oligosaccharide, and even more the polysaccharides, right? So example ng single unit, we have our glucose, of course, okay, which can also be found in the blood. Okay, disaccharide, we have sucrose. Okay, yung table sugar natin, sucrose. Then oligosaccharide, we have raffinose, which can be found sa cabbages, sa mga gulay-gulay. Then also, the polysaccharides, example natin dito ay starch na makikita natin sa potatoes or sa mga patatas. Okay. So here we have the carbohydrates. Now we are going to focus on the first. By the way, itong carbohydrates has a components or meron siyang mga sugars. Ito can also be called or maaari siyang mga simple sugars. And includes simple sugars. Yeah. So first we have yung simplest sugar, yung triose. Okay? Tri, referring to three number of carbon atoms, then O's referring to the sugars. So this molecule, okay, or mga trioses, these are free carbon sugar. Three carbon sugars. Ayan. Okay? Now, ang general formula nito, we have here 3 C3H2O3 or C3H6O3. Ayan. Okay? Now, example nito sa triose class ay itong molecule na glyceraldehyde. Okay, we have this uh, structure, chemical structure. Yan. Okay, ito ay in the configuration, the glyceraldehyde. Okay, so we have carbon 1 here, carbon 2, and carbon 3. So this is a triose, okay, three carbon sugars. Okay, one of the three carbon sugars. Now, if we are going to look into the tetrose, okay, tetrose, tet or tetra referring to four carbon, okay, four carbon atoms. Then O is referring to the sugar. So this is four carbon sugar molecule. Okay. So general formula here for this one, we have C4H2O4. Again. So this is tetrose, then we have this four carbon sugar. Okay. And this also can be translated into C4H8O4. Okay. Now, example for this one is this molecule. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we have this one. Okay. So ito ay the erythrons. Okay. So we have the first carbon, second, third, and the fourth carbon. So, meron tayong D erythrons. Bakit D? Eh, by the way, later we will see on that. Bakit D or L configuration. Okay, tetros yan. Okay, now let's talk about the five carbon sugar, which are or which can be pentose. Okay, pen, five carbon, O's sugar, and this one is five carbon sugar. Okay. So having the general formula na C5H2O5 or C5H10O5. Okay? So example natin dito ay ribose. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. H2OH, OH, OH, then OH. Here, our carbonyl group. Okay, so ito ay ating D-ribose. Okay, meron tayong first carbon, second carbon, fifth carbon, fourth carbon, and five carbon. So ito ito ay pentose. Yeah, pentose. Okay? And this is very important sa ating DNA, even RNA. Okay, meron tayong deoxyribose and also ribose nucleic acids. Now, tingin muna tayo sa another sugar, okay, maaring hexose or hexoses. Okay, hex, 6 carbon, O's, sugar, and this molecule is a 6 carbon sugar. And this has a general formula, okay, na C6H2O6 or C6H12O6. Okay, so this is a general formula for hexoses. Okay, example for that is our glucose. Okay, we have this example, glucose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our aldehyde, then our hydroxyl group, another hydroxyl, hydroxyl, then CH2H. Then we have here our hydrogen atoms. Okay, this is the glucose. Yan. So, ito yung ating D-glucose. Bakit D na configuration? Okay, if we are going to pinpoint the configurations, the D and L, the D and L configurations. Okay, if we are going to look into the glyceraldehyde, okay, glyceraldehyde. Focus tayo sa glyceraldehyde muna. Tingin tayo. Ito yung glyceraldehyde, 3 carbon sugar. Ayan. Ito yung ating D-glyceraldehyde. Okay? So ito yung glyceraldehyde na D. Bakit D? Kasi yung hydroxyl group, which is farthest from the carbonyl group natin, ito yung carbonyl group, which is aldehyde, okay, ay pointing, yung hydroxyl group niya ay pointing to the right, kaya D. So, ganito yung maging itsura. Okay, if we are going to trace that one. Okay, we have here, okay, so we have here, ito yung ating aldehyde, ito yun siya, carbonyl group. Ito yung ating OH. Then yung last CH2OH, we have H here. Then meron tayong another na configuration. Our H is instead na dito sa left, nandito na sa right. Then this one is our OH. And so ito ay ating CH2OH. Ito ang ating carbonyl group. Okay? So, once na pointing to the right ang ating hydroxyl group, which is ang hydroxyl group na yan ay dapat yun yung pinakamalayo hydroxyl group from, okay, from the carbonyl group, yan ay tatawagin na D configuration. Okay? So in this case, ito ay D-glyceraldehyde. Okay? Now, if in case naman na pointing to the left, yung ating hydroxyl group, yan ay tatawagin ng L configuration ng L-glyceraldehyde. Yan. So, meron tayong D at meron din tayong L configuration. Now, if we are going to go back, okay, sa ating molecule na glucose. Okay, bakit D yan? Okay, kung ito ang figure natin ay glucose lang. Okay, if we are going to trace ano siya, is that ito ay D ba or L na configuration? Okay, so una, titingnan natin ang carbonyl group. Ayan, ito yung carbonyl group. Then yung pinakamalayo na hydroxyl group ay sa carbon number 5. Okay? So ito carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6. So ang pinakamalayo ay pointing to the right. Okay? Ito yung pinakamalayo mula sa carbonyl group. Ito ay pointing to the right na hydroxyl group. Kaya tatawagin itong D-glucose or D-configuration ng glucose. Okay? So ito ay pointing to the right. Kapag ito ay nagkaroon ng ephemer, okay, bumaliktad, nagkaroon ng uh, a certain twisting. Yan. Okay? So, ang sa left side natin ay hydroxyl group, yung pinakamalayo na hydroxyl group away from the carbonyl group. Then, yan ay magiging L configuration. Okay? Now, if we are going to trace or if we are going to look into the isomer, okay, punta tayo sa isomer muna. Okay. Um, meron, for example, we have this structure, yung triose natin, si glyceraldehyde, CH2OH. Then we have our carbonene. Okay, we have here hydrogen. Okay. Then this one is our glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde. Okay. Then this one is ang configuration nito ay D na configuration. Bakit? Kasi yung pinakamalayo na hydroxyl group away from the carbonyl group is pointing to the right. Okay, ito yung pointing to the right. Itong hydroxyl na group, kaya siya ay tatawagin ng D. Kapag itong hydroxyl group na pinakamalayo sa carbonyl group pa pointing to the left, yan ay magiging L na configuration. Okay. Now, if we are going to look into the isomer, okay, with the help of isomerase, okay, kukunin natin ang isomer nito, isomer with the help of an enzyme isomerase. Okay? So first, meron tayong two steps. Okay, two steps tayo. Okay? Ang first step, double bond. Okay? First step natin, double bond. Then second step natin ay hydrogen. Okay? So double bond, hanapin natin yung double bond. Okay? So meron tayong carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3. Unahin natin ang double bond. So nandito ang double bond. So papunta dito ang electron. Then we can have our hydrogen atom there. Okay? Then yan ay maging ang ating step 1. Ang step 1 natin ay double bond. Step 2 ay hydrogen. So hydrogen. So dito tayo titingin sa hydrogen atom nito. Okay? Ang electron niya, okay, yung bond niya, ibibigay niya sa single na bond ng carbon 1, carbon 2. Okay? So we have step 1, double bond na involved. Step 2, yung hydrogen bond na involved. Okay? Now let's have our intermediate. So this is our intermediate. We have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3. Okay, with this is CH2OH. Then carbon 2 natin, meron tayong OH dito. Okay? Then, okay, ito na case, of course, we are going to write down the hydrogen. Then this one, meron tayong oxygen. And meron tayong hydrogen dito kasi nadagdagan ng hydrogen yan. Okay? Then, ito yung ating carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3. Let us do the checking. Okay, first, itong sa carbonyl group, okay, C double bond O, naging singly bonded kasi na-release yung isang electron or yung electron pair na yan. Okay? Natanggal yung isang bond. Okay? Then, nagkaroon siya ng hydrogen atom. Yan. Then, yung pangalawa, yung hydrogen nito, yung bond nito, binigay or napunta sa carbon 1 to carbon 2 na bonding. Kaya, ito magiging double bond. Yan, magiging double bond. Okay? So, ito ang ating intermediate. At ang intermediate, it is also known it is also known as our transition state ng molecule to form a certain fixed na product. Okay. Now, in this case, we are going to continue. We will have our step 1 and step 2, maybe in the form of yellow or green. Okay, yellow, green na lang. Ayan. Okay, step 1 natin, double bond. So, double bond. Target natin ang double bond. Yan ay step number 1, which can give in hydrogen atom. Okay, i-blue na lang natin ang hydrogen atom. Okay, gawin natin blue. Okay, meron tayong hydrogen atom. Yan. Okay, then step 2, yung hydrogen. Okay, step 1, double bond. Step 2, hydrogen. Okay, we are going to erase this one. Gawin natin yung OH. Ayan. So, nag-involve sa hydrogen. Step 1, double bond. Ito yung double bond. Dapat ang arrow nasa double bond. Mula sa double bond. Okay? At ang step 2, dapat mula sa bond ng hydrogen. So, papunta dito. Okay? So, ito yung step 2. And eventually, we have this molecule. 1, 2, 3, CH2OH. Then we have OH here. Okay. No. So we have double bond O. Bakit double bond O? Kasi nagkaroon na siya ng another na pair ng electron. Then sa carbon number 1, we have 2 hydrogen atoms. Okay, we have 2. Lagay lang muna natin 2 H2. Then O. Then ang ating H. Yan, H2OH. So ito ay ating carbon 1, carbon 2, and carbon 3. Okay, so from this one, ito ang ating glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde. Okay, ito naman ang ating dihydroxy acetate. Okay, if you can realize na yung isomer for the sugars is just the conversion ng aldose. Ito yung aldose ito. Aldose or aldehyde na group into ketones. Okay? Ito yung ketones. So, conversion of aldose to ketones. Yeah. Conversion of aldose to ketones. Okay? So, this is our isomer ng glyceraldehyde. Now, if we look into the isomer of fructose. Okay, isomer of tingnan muna natin si glucose. Ayan, isomer. So we have 6 carbon sugar. Okay, hexose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So CH2OH, OH, OH, then OH, then OH. This is H, double bond O. Okay, then basically we are going to look into the octet rule. Yan. So ito ay glucose na molecule. Okay, and this for the sake of configuration, makikita natin na yung carboxyl, yung hydroxyl group, which is away from carbonyl group. Okay, the farthest hydroxyl group na away from the carbonyl group is carbon number 5. So ito yung carbon 1, nandito nabibilang ang ating carbonyl group, which in this case is aldehyde. Yung pinakamalayo dito, okay, ay yung carbon number 5. At yung carbon number 5 ay pointing to the right, yung hydroxyl group. Okay? Kaya tatawagin itong D-glucose. Okay? So we have a D-glucose here. Now, if we are going to look if we are going to look into the isomer, okay, ng glucose, ito yung mangyayari. We have an isomer, okay, with an aid ng isomerase. Okay, so let's take a look sa bonding. Okay, steps, 2 steps. First step, ang first step natin ay double bond. So hanapin natin yung double bond. In this case, nandito ang double bond. Then magkaroon siya ng H+. Ito yung ating first step. Ang step 2, yung hydrogen. Ito yung hydrogen bond. Okay? So yung bond na yan ibibigay dito sa bond ng carbon 1, carbon 2. Yan ay magiging step 2 natin. Okay? Then let's have our intermediate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ito ay CH2OH, OH, OH. Carbon number 3, we have our OH here. Okay, then carbon number 2, we have OH here. Okay, so these have in octet, follows octet rule. Then sa carbon number 1, meron tayong hydrogen. Then meron tayong oxygen. Then also, yung carbon 1 and carbon 2, okay, carbon 1 and carbon 2, instead na singly bonded ito, okay, carbon 1 and 2, dahil nagbigay siya ng electron pair, magiging double bond na ito. Ayan. Okay, so of course, let's not neglect yung hydrogen atom. Okay, ito yung additional na element may nagdagdag sa OH. Yeah, so we have carbon 1. Let's take a look. Carbon 1, merong naka-attach na hydrogen. Ito yon. Carbon 2, single. At kasi na-release itong isang bond na ito. Okay, instead na double bond, maging single bond na-release. Then merong magkakaroon ng hydrogen atom. Kaya ito ay naging single bond O. Then merong hydrogen atom. Okay, carbon number 2, if we take a look, merong OH naka-attach, hydroxyl group. Then instead na singly bonded, okay, toward carbon number 1, naging doubly bonded. Okay, carbon 3, if we are going to trace carbon 3, merong hydroxyl group sa left, then hydrogen atom sa right. Okay, carbon number 4, OH, carbon 5, OH, then also carbon number 6. And this is our intermediate. Okay, ito na ating intermediate. Okay, again, intermediate is just the transition state of a certain molecule going into the fixed molecule. Now, let's have our another 2 steps. Okay, first, we have First step, double bond. Okay, hanapin natin yung double bond. Nandito ang double bond. So yan ay first step natin. Okay, papunta kay carbon. Okay, dito yung una, sa first step, papunta kay oxygen. Okay, then we have here ang ating hydrogen atom, H+. Okay, then ito yan ang ating step 1. Okay, step 1. Okay, yan ang ating step 1. Okay, step 1. Then step 2 natin, yung hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen. Okay, OH. Okay, step 1, double bond. Okay, dapat ang arrow natin nag-start or nagmula sa double bond. Okay? Then, step 2, hydrogen. Yung hydrogen bond. Okay, ito papunta sa bond na ito. Okay, ito yung ating step 2. Okay? Then, that will yield up a certain product na ito. Carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6, CH2OH. We have OH here, OH, OH. Then ito, we have OH. Ito ay ating OH. Okay. Wait. Let's have a checking. Okay. Okay, carbon number 1, CH2. Dalawa ng hydrogen atoms. Then OH. Carbon number 2, we have double bond O. Carbon number 3, OH sa kabila. Okay. Don't forget that. The arrangement. Okay, ito ang ating OH. Then H dito. H, H. Yeah. So we have carbon number 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon number 6. So, i-check natin kung itong element ba ay totoong nandiyan sa naka-attach carbon 1. Okay? These elements. So, sa carbon 1, focus muna tayo sa carbon 1. Tingin tayo dito. Makikita natin na merong dalawang hydrogen atoms na kulay blue. So, H2. Then, meron din tayong OH. Okay? Ito yung OH. Then, sa carbon number 2, meron tayong, instead na singly bonded na hydroxyl group, naging double bond O. Kasi ito na yung double bond O. Then, carbon number 3, hydroxyl, nasa left. Carbon number 4 and 5, to the right, yung hydroxyl. Then, carbon number 6, ito. So, we have this molecule na D-fructose. Okay? This is our D-fructose. Bakit D? Kasi yung hydroxyl group na ito yung ating carbonyl group, yung hydroxyl group na pointing or the farthest hydroxyl group, saan siya na nagpo-point na direction, it is pointing to the right. Ito yung carbon number 5 na hydroxyl group pointing to the right, kaya nagiging D configuration ng fructose ito. Kung ito pointing to the left, then maging L configuration ng fructose. Ayan. Okay. Now, with regard, in addition to isomer, kailangan natin makita yung epimers. Okay, yung epimers. Ayan. Or dito muna tayo. Let's go back muna later sa epimers. Okay. Now, focus tayo dito. Uh, ito ay tinatawag na Fisher projection. Itong yung so far yung mga na-present na mga molecules are in open chain structure. And those open chain structures are also known as Fisher. Okay. We have Fisher projection. Okay. So these are open chain structures. Open chain structures yan sila. Okay, and these itong mga molecules na open chain are less stable. Okay? Less stable sila. Okay, paano sila maging more stable? Okay? With the help of Hayward projection. Hayward projection. Yeah. Okay? So, ito ay closed chain structure. Okay? Closed chain structure, then more stable. Yeah. Less structure. This is the structure. Yeah. Paano natin ma-convert yan? Okay. So, fructose, yun ang ipipick up natin ng molecule. I-convert natin into Hayward projection. So, we have here our fructose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right. So we have our carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon number 6. So this is our D-fructose. D-fructose. Yeah. So ito ay Fischer, okay, projection or Fischer projection. Okay? Okay? I-convert natin yan into Hayward projection. Paano natin yan ma-convert? Okay? In this case, there are maaaring at carbon 2 at carbon 6, maaari din at carbon 2 at carbon 5, ang kanya kung saan nakadugtong yung or nagkaroon ng interaction. Okay? So, tingnan muna natin ang bonding, okay, at carbon 2 and carbon 5. Ano yung maging itsura niyan? Okay? So we have here at carbon 2 at carbon 5. And we have, gagawa natin ng arrow. Yan. So ito naman at carbon 2 and carbon 6. Okay. First, yung molecule, okay, ikokopya natin. Kalitan na lang natin ito. Okay, we have here. And then ito ang at carbon 2 and carbon 5. Dito naman sa baba at carbon 2 and carbon 6. Ayan. So let's do the structure. Okay, draw the structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. CH2OH. Then OH here. OH here. Then OH here. Hydrogen here. Hydrogen, hydrogen. Then ito ang ketos natin na part. Yeah. So we have carbon 1, carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. Okay, but let's check the octet rule. Merong mga bond dito. Okay, so in this case, meron tayong molecule na ito. Ito lang yung kinapi lang natin. Okay, so mag-check tayo sa mechanism. Una, okay, first is double bond. Okay, double bond. Then, pangalawa, yung hydrogen. Okay? So, ano natin? Try natin. Dito pala na part. Kasi ito ay at carbon 2 at carbon 5. So, ito 2 at carbon 5. Diyan tayo magpo-focus. So, first, ano natin itong part nito. Ayan. So ito ang oxygen, nandito naman ang hydrogen. Ayan. Okay, first, ang step 1, yung double bond. Okay, itong double bond na ito, i-green na lang natin. Double bond na ito, papunta sa oxygen. Okay? Yung bond na yan, electrons papunta sa oxygen, then magkakaroon siya ng H+. Ayan, magkakaroon siya ng H+. Okay? Then, ito naman na case, ito na naman na part, okay, yung hydrogen dito, green, okay, yung bond ng hydrogen, by step 1, double bond, step 2, yung hydrogen, then papunta naman dito, okay? So, itong oxygen na ito ay magiging electric negatively charged, magiging anion ito. Okay? Then ito namang molecule, itong atom na ito, yung carbon class, yung carbon magiging positively charged. Yeah. Itong oxygen, okay, we are talking about oxygen here, nadagdagan siya ng electron, the more siya nadagdagan ng electron, the more siya magiging negatively charged. Okay? Then dahil dyan, naging anion ito na part, then ito nabawasan siya ng electron, the more naging positively charged. Okay? Then ito sila magdudugtong. Okay? Itong negative papunta sa positive. Okay? Okay, take note, ang involved dito ay ang oxygen here at yung carbon dito. Carbon 2. Oxygen ng carbon 5 at carbon, okay, 2 na carbon. Yan. Diyan sila nagkaroon ng bond. Okay. Now, here, this will have this molecule. Okay, ano natin? I-make it in a clear way. So we have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3. Ang data natin. Okay, carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6. Ito ay CH2OH. Ito naman ay, sige, okay, so carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6. So CH2OH. Then ito, okay, isulat muna natin ang number of carbons. Ito carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. Yeah. Again, ang carbon 2, ito ay at carbon 2 and carbon 5, sila yung isasama natin. Carbon 2 at carbon 5. Yan. Carbon 2 at carbon 5, nandiyan naka-attach ang ating oxygen. Okay, ito yung ating oxygen. Okay? Carbon 2 and carbon 5. Now, let's take a look sa remaining na remaining na mga elements, okay, per carbon. Okay. So carbon number 1, we have CH2OH. So ilagay natin dito CH2OH. Ayan. Okay. Carbon number 2, merong isang oxygen na nadagdagan ng hydrogen. Okay? Ilagay natin dito ang hydrogen. Ayan. Okay. Carbon number 3, merong OH. Ito, nandito ang ating OH. Okay, ito ay ating OH. Ayan. Then carbon number 4, OH. Carbon number 5, carbon 4. This one is carbon 4. Hydrogen here. Carbon number 5, okay. Meron tayong hydrogen atom here. Okay, so merong isang hydrogen atom. Then nakaka-attach yan sa carbon na 6, carbon 6. Yeah. So in this case, Okay? Ito, maaari itong ma-form ang ganito na figure. Okay, we have this figure. Okay, first we have oxygen here, then carbon, 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 carbon. Okay? Then, ang carbon number 1 natin ay naka-attach sa carbon 2. So, ito yung carbon number 1. Okay? Bakit, sir, na hindi ito ang carbon 1? Remember, ang carbon 1, hindi siya nakadugtong sa oxygen. Okay? Only si carbon 2. Kaya, itong carbon na ito ay carbon 2. Hindi siya carbon 1. Okay? So, dapat clear at check ninyo na saan nakadugtong yung oxygen. Okay, in this case, nakadugtong siya sa carbon 2 at saka carbon 5. Yeah. So, ang carbon 1, separate. Okay, so ito yung ating carbon 1. So, ito ay maging CH2OH. Okay, then also we have this carbon number 6. Okay, ito ay CH2OH. Okay, if we are going to get the number of the carbon, carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. So we have this 6 carbon sugar. Yeah. Okay. So carbon number 1, check natin ang mga constituents niya or mga components niya. Merong CH2OH. Okay na to. Carbon 2, meron tayong OH. Yeah. Sulat natin ang O, then hydrogen. Ito yung hydrogen. Ayan. Okay? Then, carbon number 3. Tingnan natin ang carbon number 3. Meron tayong OH at saka H. Okay? In this case, pwede natin ilagay dito. Hindi. Pwede sa loob or sa labas. Or di pwede. Ito, ilagay natin dito sa labas. Okay? So we have here our OH, O, H, then H. And then sa carbon number 4, we have our OH, H. Carbon number 5, we have hydrogen here. Ito yung carbon number 5. And carbon number 5 is this one. Yeah. Carbon number 5, meron tayong hydrogen, isa naka-attach. Then naka-attach din siya sa carbon number 6. Yeah. So this is our D fructose, fructose, okay, which ito ay ating D fructose. Ngayon, ito ay nagkaroon ng shape na furan. Okay, ito yung ating furan na shape. Ito ay furan. Kaya ito ay tatawagin na D-fructofuranose. Okay, tatawagin itong D-fructofuranose. Yan. Okay? Now, with regards sa orientation ng alpha or beta ba siya, okay? Titingnan natin saan banda yung hydroxyl group. In this case, ang hydroxyl group na nasa loob ng cyclic na formation, ito, we have here from Fisher to Haworth, okay, Haworth projection, Haworth projection. Okay, ito furan na form. Okay, ito kapag dito sa taas, okay, ang hydroxyl group yan ay tatawaging beta. So ito ay beta. So ito final na nomenclature ng molecule na ito ay beta D-fructofuranose. Okay? Now let's take a look at carbon 2 and carbon number 6. Okay, check natin ang carbon 2 at carbon 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, CH2OH. Okay, ito yung carbon 6. So, focus na lang tayo dito agad sa carbon 6. So, we have O, then H. Then, ang carbon number 5, we have OH here. Carbon number 4, OH here. Carbon number 3, we have OH here. Then, carbon number 2, we have double bond O. Then, carbon number 1, we have CH2OH. Yeah. Okay, let's check the octet rule. Yes, we have hydrogen. Then, of course, as a whole. Then we have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. Ayan. First step, okay, kasi ang focus natin dito ay at carbon. Okay, focus natin ay at carbon, carbon 2, and carbon 6. Okay, carbon 2 and carbon 6. Again, there are two steps. Una, double bond. First step, double bond. Second step, hydrogen. Okay? First step, double bond. Hanapin natin double bond. Nasa carbon 2. Okay, of course, 2 and 6 ang involved. So, 2 and 6 tayo focus na double bond at hydrogen. So, first step, itong double bond. First step, double bond. So, magkakaroon siya ng hydrogen atom. Mag-a-add yung hydrogen atom sa oxygen niya. Okay? Then, second step ay hydrogen. So, itong hydrogen, magbibigay siya ng electron sa oxygen ito. Okay? Dahil ito, yung carbon number 2, nag-release ng electron, magiging positively charged yan. Okay? Magiging positively charged. Ngayon, ito namang oxygen dito, dahil nadagdagan siya ng electron, magiging negatively charged. Okay? Ang negatively charged nito ay oxygen. Okay? Then, itong negatively charged at positively charged magko-connect. Okay, magko-connect yan sila. Then, eventually, we have this molecule. Okay, we have carbon 1. Okay, ano natin ito? Alitan natin. Yeah. Okay, so first, meron tayong 5 na carbon atoms ito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Then, dito nadugtong ang carbon 2 at carbon 6. So, carbon 2 and carbon 6. Punta tayo sa carbon 6. Yan. Okay? So, ina-number na natin. Carbon 1, carbon 2. Okay. Sa ibang ano. Okay, we have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. Okay? Now, tingnan natin ang mga components. Okay, check natin ang mga components. Okay, after na connect na natin ang carbon 2 and carbon 6, tingnan na natin ang components. So, components ng carbon 1, meron yang H2, ito yung H2OH, merong H2OH. Carbon number 2, meron dito, instead na double bond O, naging single bond OH. Single bond O, then hydrogen atom. Ayan. Okay? Then, sa carbon number 3, anong components ng carbon number 3? Hydroxyl at saka H. So, hydrogen at saka OH. Carbon number 4, hydroxyl dito, then H dito. Carbon number 5, OH dito, hydroxyl, then hydrogen. Carbon number 6, okay, makita natin na natanggal yung hydrogen, isa, then yung oxygen nag-connect sa carbon number 2. So ito yung carbon number 2. Yan, nag-connect ang oxygen. So ang natira na lang ay H2. So maglagay tayo ng dalawang hydrogen atoms. Yan. So ito na ating Hayward projection. Okay? At ito ay magpo-form ng ganito. Okay, so magkakaroon siya ng formation na ganitong itsura. Okay? So meron tayong oxygen, carbon, 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 and another carbon. Okay? So tingnan natin ang carbon 2, ito yung carbon 2. So meron pa tayong ilalagay dito carbon 1. Okay? Then let's have the numbers. Ito yung carbon number 1. Okay, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, oxygen pala yan. Okay, this is an oxygen, so carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6. Ayan. Okay, now let's focus sa components. Sa carbon number 1, meron tayong H2OH. Merong H2OH. Carbon number 2, meron tayong OH. Okay, O. Then, of course, we have our hydrogen. Okay? Carbon number 3. Ano meron sa carbon number 3? OH. Okay, pwede natin ilagay dito OH. Then, H. Okay? Or pwede natin ilagay sa taas. Ayan. Lagay natin sa taas. Ito ang ating OH. H. Carbon number 4. Dito, lagay natin OH. H. Carbon number 5. We have our OH. H, carbon number 6, we have our H2. Pwede natin H2 or dalawang hydrogens. Okay, dalawa na lang hydrogen atoms. Okay, dugtong natin ang dalawang hydrogen atoms. To make it clear, we can draw that in this way. So ito ay dalawang hydrogen atoms. So ito, merong hydrogen atom yan. Okay? So itong orientation ay having the shape of this one. Okay? Okay, meron tayong shape na pag ganito. Ito ay ating tinatawag na pyran. So, itong molecule na ito ay tinatawag na D-fructose. Okay, fructose or D-fructopyranose. Okay? Then, if we are going to trace, yan ba ay beta or alpha? Kapag nasa taas yung hydroxyl group, yan ay tatawaging beta. So, nasa taas yung hydroxyl group natin. Okay, ito yung hydroxyl group natin. So, ito ay still beta. Okay, so, itong molecule na to ay tatawaging D-fructopyranose. Ito naman ay beta D-fructofuranose. Okay, of course, ito ay makikita natin sa corn syrup. Okay, yung sugar niyan, makikita natin sa corn syrup. Ito naman sa honey. Yan. Okay, sa corn syrup at honey. Now, let's move forward sa boat and chair conformation. Okay, and we are going to pick up the pyranoses. Okay, na 4. Okay, kukunin natin yung pyranose. Okay, this is our procto. Okay, gandahan natin. We have this oxygen here. Okay. then our carbon here, then carbon, another carbon here, then carbon here, then another carbon here, carbon here. Okay, now this is our carbon. And this is nandito ang ating oxygen. Ayan. So if we are going to number the carbon atoms, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So sa carbon number 1, we have CH2OH. Carbon number 2, we have OH here. Okay. We have hydrogen here. Carbon number 3, we have our 1. Okay, we have our OH, H, carbon number 4, OH here, H, carbon number 5, OH, H, carbon number 6, dalawang hydrogen atoms. Ayan. Okay? So, this can be in a form of both or chair conformations. Okay? Maaring both. Okay? Maaari nating lagay into both. Okay? Okay? Kapag both na conformation, pwede nating ganito ang figure niya. Yan. Para siyang boat talaga. Yan. Okay. Then, maaari din siyang chair na conformations. Okay. Mga conformations ito. Conformations. Yan. So, maaari din siyang chair. Okay. Ang chair, pag ganito ang chair. Yan. Okay. Sa both na conformation, kung itong molecule na ito ay beta, okay, meron tayong beta, then D-fructopyranose. Okay? Meron tayong beta D-fructopyranose. Okay? Kung yan ang gagawin nating Hayward projection in both conformation, we can have this molecule or structure. So this one, okay? Okay? So gandahan muna natin. Okay, so ito ay so we have here, okay, para siyang bangka and boat. Okay? Ito ay straight. Okay? Straight. So we have carbon here, carbon, another carbon. Then nandito ang ating oxygen. Okay? So, burahin natin yan apart. Nandito ang ating oxygen, nandito ang ating isang carbon. Yan, carbon, carbon. Okay? Ito ang ating oxygen. Yan. So, ito, nandito din ating carbon 1. Okay? So, if we are going to number the carbon atoms, we have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. So, let's do the checking sa constituents or yung mga components niya. Sa carbon number 1, we have CH2OH. Ito yung CH2OH. Carbon number 2, we have OH, oxygen, then also our hydrogen atom. Yan. Carbon number 3, we have OH at saka H. Okay, pwede natin ilagay dito, OH, then H. Carbon number 4, we have sa baba ang OH. Carbon number 5, we have, okay, carbon 5. So, abang OH. Then H. Then carbon number 6, dalawang hydrogen atoms. Okay? So, ito na yung ating both na conformation. Okay, now if we are going to uh, make the chair conformation, okay, gagawin lang natin itong shape na yan. Okay, so ganito ang magiging figure niya. Okay. Okay. So here we have, and then we have here the oxygen. Okay, then idugtong natin ito dito. Yan. So ito ang ating carbon 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 na carbon. Okay? Okay, of course, nandito ang ating carbon 1. Okay, of course, may oxygen dyan. Okay, if we are going to count then number of carbon atoms, we have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6. Yeah. So, ang carbon number 1, meron tayong CH2OH. So, ilagay natin CH2OH. Carbon number 2, meron tayong OH. Okay, meron tayong hydrogen. Ilalagay dito, idagdag. Okay? Then carbon number 3, OHH. So, pwede natin ilagay dito, OH. Yan. Then, H. Yan. Okay? Carbon number 4. Anong carbon number 4? Meron tayong OHH. So, pwede natin ilagay dito. Then, H. Carbon number 5, OHH. Carbon number 6, dalawang hydrogen. So, we have ito yung both na shape, okay, both conformation, and also our chair conformation. Okay? So, ito yung nag-exist. Okay, ganyan na structure nag-exist ang ating mga carbohydrates. Ayan. So, we have both and conformation, both and chair conformations. Now, if we are going to talk about epimers. Okay, epimers tayo. If we have this molecule na fructose mula sa Fischer projection, 1, or glucose. Glucose na lang muna. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. CH2OH. Then OH. OH. Then OH. Then OH. H. H. Okay. Then OH. Ito ay H. Ito ay hydrogen. Double bond O. So ito ay ating glucose. Okay, glucose. At makikita ninyo na ito ay in the configuration. Carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6. Ito ay deconformation kasi ang hydroxyl group na pointing na pinakamalayo okay, sa carbonyl group ay carbon number 5, nasa carbon number 5 at ito ay in the direction ng to the right. Okay, kaya D-glucose ito. Okay? Now, ang main concern natin dito ay epimers na. Okay? We are going to talk about epimers. Now, paano natin yan ma-solve yung epimers? And we have this formula ng epimers. Okay, formula ng epimers ay 2 raised to the power of n, where n is the number of stereocenters. Okay, number of stereocenters. Yan. Okay, paano natin? Una, para makuha natin bali ang epimers or number of epimers, okay, kukunin muna natin, ang needed lang natin, ang number of stereocenters. Okay? Now, paano natin makukuha yung stereocenters? Una, okay, ang unang gagawin natin dyan ay tatanggalin muna, set aside muna natin set aside muna natin ang carbonyl group. Okay? Set aside natin ang carbonyl group. Okay? Ito yung ating carbonyl group. Set aside natin yan. Then, iset aside din natin ang ito, apart. Okay? Anuhin natin yung kulay green na lang. Okay, set aside natin ito. Also, this one, set aside din natin ito. Okay? Now, set aside natin ang carbonyl group at iset aside din natin ang pinaka-last na carbon atom. Okay, then bibilangin natin ang hydroxyl group. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ito ay number of stereocenters. So, the number of stereocenters, in this case, molecule ng D-glucose is 4. Okay, 4. So, ito ay magiging 2 raised to the power of 4. Okay, for ang number of stereocenters. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. This is 4, this is 8, and this is 16. So that means ang number of epimers nito na molecule ng D-glucose is 16. Okay? Now, how about sa fructose? Okay, tingnan natin ang D-fructose. This is our fructose. COH. Then COH. OH, CH2OH. Okay, ito ang ating D-fructose. If we are going to look into the number of epimers, okay, una, okay, syempre, formula natin ay 2 to raise to the power of n, where n is just the number of stereocenters. Ayan. Okay, now, if we are going to look into the number of stereocenters, set aside natin ang carbonyl group. In this case is the ketone. Then, yung last na carbon. Okay, yung last na carbon. Set aside natin. Then, bibilangin natin yung number of hydroxyl group. 1, 2, 3. So, yan ay ating number of, N is the number of stereocenters, which in this case ay 3. Okay? So, ang number of epimers nito ay 2 raised to the power of 3. So, 2 times 2 times 2. And this is 4. And this is 8. So, total, we have 8 na number of epimers na merong mag-exist itong D-fructose natin. Okay? I think that's all for today muna. Then, let's have a certain review.